Okay. Yes. So if you've been following on our little studio journey, this is, well, I won't say this is it. This is not it. We still have things to do. But if you watch.
But it's a very big step from last week's setup.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you watched last week's, you would have thought we were depressed humans.
Or we just were like moving. Like it was giving like empty.
It was giving bad.
Yeah.
It was giving bad because it was.
It's just giving bad.
Because it was. Like, it was actually scary.
Yeah.
And horrible. And my mom, we were talking on the phone, and, you know, my mom said, you kind of looked like you were in a mental institution. And I had to agree with her.
Yeah, it was for sure giving hospital at the very least.
Yes. So, this, like, things that happened this past week in the studio, if you are wanting to follow along, is we got this shelf, which if you are on audio listener only, definitely go check out the YouTube so you can kind of see like our new little setup that's going on. It's going to keep evolving and changing.
Yeah.
We have a new carpet coming in. We have some other things coming in. But it's going to always be evolving. Different things will always be on the shelves. We're going to kind of just keep that fun and fresh.
Mm-hmm.
But this shelf, we bought, Wednesday? Yeah, we got Wednesday off of Facebook Marketplace.
I don't know, girl.
It was me.
That was you.
It was me. We got it Wednesday off Facebook Marketplace. I conned my friend into helping me because he has a big car. And it was black when we got it. It's now white.
What's the color again?
Oh my God, it was funny.
It's right here. I got to look at it.
Is it right there? Or I don't. Is it? Wait, it's on my purse.
It was a color match. So it wouldn't even be the same color.
I think that sometimes they make the same thing though.
Oh, really? It's fine.
Nah, the bitch wasn't fun.
It was some funny name, but whatever. It's irrelevant.
It was like Shaggy Tanner or something like weird. But yeah, so painted that this weekend. That was Emily and my big craft. We got new curtains. We did
actually just watched the most recent vlog on our YouTube channel because it's kind of just like the process of us doing this.
Yeah.
So if you want to watch the method to the madness, you can check it out there. But yeah, so we got this and then we put some LED lights behind it because we're Gen Z and we love LED stuff. And then right now is just temporary things filling it. This will not be the final look because this is all shit from either my apartment or Kellen's house that's up here. So.
It was like the most makeshift shelf we could make. But yeah, no, we have some cool plans for this. One big thing is that we're at a point now, thanks to you guys, where like we can kind of start reaching out to brands, which I think is really cool. But we kind of want to do it in like a unique way where we kind of just want to have them put stuff on the shelf.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I think we've both like come to a point in our exposure to like influencer world that it's like we don't want to be those people who's just like shoving shit down your guys' throat all the time because like both of us don't really like to be sold that way on products anyways. And so, yeah, we're going to try to attempt to do like the branded shit as low key as possible for you guys and for us. Cause like, that's just not who we are.
No, not at all. So I think it'll be definitely be cool. Oh my God, words. To just kind of like always see what's on the shelf, how it's evolving and everything like that. Because like I said, like we kind of always want to keep it fun and fresh and who knows? I think it's a fun thing. And yeah, like Emily said, it's a little bit easier for you guys to listen to. Yeah. I'm sure hopefully at one point we will have to say some things.
Yeah.
But
I hope so.
Start
paying my bills.
I know, for real. But the main purpose too is like, yeah, we're definitely at a point where like we can start reaching out to people, but like we also don't want to be annoying about anything. Yeah. We want this to be fun. And this is still something fun for us and we just love doing. But thankfully, because of you guys and like your support and listenership, like we're growing and we're able to do these things, which is really cool. So thank you. Honestly, the studio, it would not be possible without you guys.
No, not at all. And also like, I don't think we would, not that we wouldn't care enough, but like the fact that like we see the growth and we see new people coming, it's like we want to continue to make stuff that is like quality and that like would make you want to go to the YouTube channel and watch it.
And
like,
it's better for you guys.
The last setup, the cameras we were using, just everything, like it was great for what it was, but like we're at a point now where it's like our audience is expanding and like we want to make stuff that like makes you want to go to the YouTube channel.
Yeah, so I think another cool part about the shelf and the way that we're going to be doing the studio and everything is we're trying to make it like homey and a vibe that like both Emily and I feel inspired in. And like Emily was saying, the last one just didn't do that for us. The setup, the way the room even was, because it was like also a hodgepodge of the things that didn't fit in my house, which have not been sold, and like it's just more of an inspiring room for both of us.
Yeah, exactly.
And we definitely want to bring our like flair and our character into the room, and it's a place where like Emily can sit down and feel welcome in my home and mine as well, you know. So it's kind of a change in that direction as well. Is that's kind of what you guys have helped us make it, though.
Yeah,
is just
and you have helped us figure out like what we want it to like look like, what the vibe
our
is
niche is, what everything is. And honestly, like, credit goes out to all of you guys, even though we just, painted this for 16 hours this weekend. But shout out to you.
Shout out to you guys for all of your hypothetical help that you give us. But on that, we have something to offer you. So,
yes.
We have an extra 97 necklace because Kellen got an extra 97 necklace on accident. So we are doing a giveaway part 2. This is like the rice cooker, and Jesus Christ, the amount of people who wanted that goddamn rice cooker.
Still get requests
to this day. We get requests about the fucking rice cooker, but now it's something a little bit more personal.
Yes,
a little bit more wearable.
What I will say is,
I'm gonna walk it up to the camera while you talk.
Go ahead. If you haven't ever noticed. And I don't know if you guys follow us on social media. If you do, if you don't, through, TikTok clips, through just our YouTube channel in general, our own personal social medias, we're always rocking the 97 necklace. I know. It's okay. Just back it up. We'll start over. So we are always rocking the 97 necklace. Emily has one. I have one. Mine's newer because I lost my other one and then found it and then lost it again and then found it. And so I just bought another one. And in that time when I bought it,
your last one was pretty like banged up from like lifting and stuff.
From lifting, it's so bad. So this one I'm not going to wear when I lift. But yeah, it was no longer gold. So in that process, I ordered a new one. And they sent it in the wrong font that Emily and I wear it in.
Yeah.
So I requested for them to send me a new one because one day I would love for you guys to all have the exact same font that Emily and I have. Don't get me wrong, because it's like, that's just us, right?
Yeah.
And for us, it's like what we like.
Mm-hmm.
But like, we are a pair.
Yeah.
So I wasn't going to break the pair. So I had them correct it. And with that, we have an extra 97 necklace. It is not the exact same font that we use, but it's still a cool font. Like, I even debated like giving... I was never a debate of giving it away. It was like the debate of, do I even tell him, because I think I don't even mind it.
Right.
So
it's cute. It's just not the same as like the gothic font that we have. This one's just like, it's more like girly, I would say. And more like dainty.
It's a lot more dainty. It's really cool. It's definitely a great layer necklace. Emily and I layer it all the time.
Actually, just don't take mine off.
No. Yeah. It's a super dainty necklace. It's really good, like hypoallergenic, because I'm allergic to like very cheap material and metals, and I haven't had a problem with it. It's great in the shower. The only reason mine got really fucked up was because of lifting, and the bar just like hit it so much. But yeah, so with that, if you want to enter this giveaway in order to get this 97 necklace, what you need to do is this Friday, every single Friday, we post the video version of the podcast. So please go there, and you need to comment on the podcast.
Yeah.
Like YouTube video, and then
just comment whatever. Like, it doesn't matter. It could be just
you could literally say, I'm here for the necklace.
Yeah.
Bitch, you're in.
Yeah.
Bitch, you're in.
It doesn't, you could literally just comment like the poop emoji. It doesn't matter. Just comment something.
Any comment on there, and then also
don't comment the poop emoji. I take that back.
Do it if you want. But go subscribe to the YouTube channel, and then send a screenshot to our Instagram that you are subscribed to our YouTube channel. Yeah. And that's kind of how we're going to start the raffle of it all, is through the DMs of our Instagram. So we're definitely going to check that you are subscribed and that you posted or made a comment on there. But yeah.
And let's set a close date so we don't get fucking texts after the fact.
The
last day you have to enter is the next Friday, maybe? We just do it for a week?
Yeah, or we could do it like 2 weeks, like the beginning of February, like February 1st. Why don't we just do that? February 1st is like a Wednesday, I think.
Okay, yeah. You have until February 1st.
Yeah.
And if you do not make it by listening right now, if you are listening to this on February 5th.
Too late, honey.
March 3rd. you're too late. Okay, whatever. If it's after for the first, do not DM us. Okay, we love
you.
Send a DM, but it's not about the damn necklace because we've already drawn a winner.
We've already done it.
Yeah. So just comment and then send that screenshot that you are subscribed and that you left the comment on the YouTube video for the video version of this week's podcast.
Yes.
Yeah, so do that. Sorry, this is a long-ass intro at the beginning of this thing, but we just wanted to get that out there before we get into the episode because, like we said last week, people dip once the song starts playing.
Yeah, so get in on that giveaway, you know?
Yeah.
Have a one-of-a-kind. The one and only.
The one and only.
97 necklace.
Yeah, nobody else has ever had this before, and we both don't have one on right now.
I'm going to say it. Have sex with a Scorpio.
I could glute bridge your dad.
I'm naked. Hold on. We will be flicking the beans to that.
But she's tatted and I take meth. Is somebody in your house right now?
But you know what? Fuck your ass.
Yeah, I had sex last night.
You can make your own money. You can literally have your own job of your dreams. You can own your own house. You can own your own car. You can pay all your fucking own bills. So what is that man? That man is sex and a best friend, and that's it.
I heard nothing but the truth. But before we get into the hodgepodge of this week's episode, I did want to go back and talk about one of the submissions that we got from last week's Gross Girl episode because this is truly disgusting. But it's so relatable.
But it's so gross, girl.
Yeah.
And this was through her email, too, so shout out to you.
Yeah, so we had a listener write in, and she was so cute. But she said, "Hi, I just wanted to start by saying you guys are my literal favorite podcast ever. You guys are so real and relatable. I've been here since Gross Girl Part 1, and I don't regret it one bit."
Love
I'm
you.
happy you don't regret
Love
it.
you.
So after, okay, yeah, and then she just gets right into it.
She
okay?
said, all right, got the formalities out the way.
Yeah,
Here we
let's
go.
Get into it. Okay. So after, after you take a dump, you're wiping, and things take a turn for the worse. You look down at your hand, and there's shit on your hand / your wrist. Wrist is intense. You're getting deep in that shit.
I don't think I've ever had shit on my wrist.
No, but I could see how it would happen.
Okay, maybe it's like, okay, I know what she's saying.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what she's saying.
I get it.
Hand / wrist. The worst. Everyone tries to deny it and act like they've never got shit on their hand from wiping. And I know that's a damn lie. Like, I'm really the only person that this has ever happened to? I think not. Okay, but moving on. So obviously you wipe the shit off your hand. And then you have to go to this, then you have to go out of the stall and wash your hands. Extra good, of course. But the whole time you're standing there washing your hands and you're just thinking, oh no, I hope the lady next to me can't smell the remnants of shit on my hand. And then after you finish scrubbing and lathering them babies up, you go to leave and you do a little smell test. You still smell shit. Damn it. Okay. Love you guys. Bye.
Yeah, you're so gonna smell shit. And I think that's the grossest thing. And okay, I'm gonna add to this. She didn't say this, but I'm thinking about it for myself.
Under the nail?
No.
That's happened to me before.
Yes, but I'm thinking about it in the terms of like, have you ever masturbated? You go, you wash your hands real fucking good. But because of like under the nail type shit, you're like,
yeah.
How the fuck? You're like, I literally washed my hands like 3 times.
Yeah. Are you talking about masturbating in your asshole? Or just like your vagina?
Just anything.
Just
like overall. Just like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like similar like fashion. Like you didn't like,
yeah.
You washed up, you tried to be a good human, and then it's still like, how are you still here? It's like eating chicken wings.
Do you ever wonder then, like if a guy eats you out, does their mouth just taste like that for a long time?
Good question.
That sucks for them.
I think they might like it.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, that's a weird taste to have in your mouth for, like, an extended period of time. Or, like, to smell it right here, because it's, like, stuck.
Okay.
If you have facial hair.
Okay, but I actually have learned through, like, my gay friends.
Okay.
That is why guys like to have mustaches and facial hair, because it stays there.
Oh, they want it there.
They want it there. It's like a hot thing.
Interesting.
Like
I have heard, like, one of my gay friends told me, like, he loves the smell of, like, sweaty, like, balls.
No, he was like
stinky.
Yeah, that's what he was like. I love it. I love when it smells like a man.
Yeah.
And obviously this is different from like whatever, but he was like, no, still like I've talked to straight guys who like they like it because it's like they can smell you.
Yeah.
And like if they actually like you, they like your scent.
Right.
Good or bad. They're like, that's attractive.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I've gone down to give a guy head and that shit stinks and I just don't do it. I'm like, nope. Because why does your balls smell like that? Because you have shaven balls. There's no hair.
That's why though. You're like extra sweaty.
Yeah, but I'm like, no, that smell.
Okay, but
because it's not the same smell as a vagina
But you don't do it if like you're dating him?
If I'm dating him, I'm especially not doing it because I'm going to say go shower and then we'll get to it. Like, you stink.
I feel like if I'm dating, it's like, fuck it. We're here now.
Yeah. I can just like distinctly like smell. Like, I have that smell in my nose right now and it's like, ugh. Horrible. But speaking of masturbating, I actually did have something to talk about masturbating because.
Oh, didn't even know the topic. Didn't even know where you were going to go with it.
I don't know. It's just how I roll, baby.
Teed up nicely.
So a couple episodes back, we talked about how I'm like not watching porn anymore.
Yeah.
And like some people were commenting about like that Quinn app or something like that. First of all, that shit you have to pay for. So no. If Pornhub is free, all porn should be free. I'm sorry, but whatever. So I was like, no, I'm not doing that. But then I was like Googling like erotic podcasts to listen to because like podcasts are weird because you can't use like inappropriate titles.
I've used it. I've used them.
I found one. Mm-hmm. Dude, first of all, this is cringy to talk about because like the podcast itself, I just clicked on the first thing. Okay.
And yeah.
So this was
question. Is it the one that does the full scene or is it the one that ends up cutting off at some point? Because there's a couple of different podcasts where some of them cut off and then you go to their Patreon and you finish it. Or this is a full one.
This is a full one, but you're not even ready because
No. I was just asking because I've experienced like podcast porn before, and like I just wasn't sure. That's all I was asking.
No. This is actually hypnosis.
Oh,
so last night, and this is funny because like I did this before you called me later. So like I had already done all of that, and that's like I was wanting to tell you about it, but I was like I gotta wait until the podcast. So I find this thing, and I didn't really realize that it was like hypnosis because like I don't know if you've ever done like hypnotherapy before, like with your therapist, where they like it's more of just like, okay, imagine yourself walking down the beach and like you sit on a bench and it's not, you're not actually, I don't really believe in like hypnotization, like you can fully make somebody do something, but this uses the same kind of strategies as like hypnotherapy. So like,
because it's imagination.
Yeah, but there is some weird shit happening in the background that's supposed to like put you into a hypnosis. So you're like, I put on my noise canceling headphones too, so like the experience was very intense. Like it was
very intimate.
It was like, oh my God. And like the guy's voice was like, I don't even know how to describe it. It was like it sounded almost like the narrator of like an old English story. So
see,
it was
right
like,
there I think I might have been like, I don't know how I'm gonna get into this.
But it was so deep that it was like,
kind
I don't
of sexy.
know. Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Okay, so like he starts off by saying like at the beginning, and he's like trying to make it very clear that you're like, you know, I do use hypnotic techniques and like blah, blah, blah. And so I want you to be like in a good headspace because I don't want you to, basically it's like, I want you to consent to be able to coming because you will come is the whole point of his whole spiel. Is he's like, I will make you come, so I need to make sure that you are ready, like in the headspace. And I was kind of like, okay, dude, like whatever. So he starts talking and he's like telling you like, at first it's like it's like a guided meditation. So it's like, put a pillow under your knees and put your feet like just your heels on the ground and like lay down and like start taking in deep breaths. And then out of nowhere, there's just like weird shit happening in the background where he's like, and I was like, I pulled my headphone off because I thought like there were multiple times where I thought there were like ghosts in my room because he'd be like, and take a deep breath and your pelvic might just start shifting forward. And then he'd be like, and I'm going to make you come so hard. I'm going to make you come so hard. I'm going to make you come so hard. And I was like, what the fuck is happening? It was like, I was on psychedelic drugs. Like, it was weird. And then out of nowhere, he's like saying stuff. And then it's like, when I say I've never been this wet in my entire life, it was fucking creepy. And then it was like, at the end of it, I was like, I don't know how I feel about this. Like, it was like so intense and so strange. And the whole time I was like, was I hypnotized? I don't know, but like, dude. And then the reviews on Apple Podcasts aren't great. Like, it has like a 3.5.
So you enjoyed your experience or no?
I enjoyed it, but it was fucking weird. And even the things he was saying was weird. He was like, take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And then he was like, and then breathe through your pussy. And I was like, what? Like, there were multiple times where I like started laughing because I was like, what is this guy saying?
Wait, I want you to send this to me later.
Dude, the way
I need this today,
but
though.
the way that like I didn't even, this sounds so fucking weird, but like I didn't even have to touch myself. And like, it was so strange. Like, and I don't know if it was I was actually being hypnotized because whatever. But like at the end of it, I was like, this was weird. But I also
weird, but kind of.
But I also think it was because like we're so used to, I think as women, like men not really talking a lot during sex, and this was just a man talking during sex, and basically like he was saying all of the things that you would want a guy to say to you during sex. But this episode was supposed to stimulate the same feeling as oral sex. So what he was explaining was like oral sex and stuff. But literally, like, I didn't even have to touch my body. I didn't even have to use a vibrator. I just laid there.
I want to try this. I want to try this.
It was the weirdest thing I've ever experienced in my life, but it was also fucking creepy.
No, I want to try it because okay, so I actually used to go to a like therapist that's all you do every single time. It was like, it's more like a life coach type of therapist because it was more for like imagination of your future, finding your higher self, like very like
spiritual than like PhD backed.
Yeah, no one. It was definitely very spiritual.
Okay.
And a lot of people would think that I was like a freak for fucking doing it.
Did you get like Reiki massages and stuff?
No, so she didn't touch me at all that I know of. No, I don't think she did. But
you're like, that I remember.
That I don't remember, but I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Maybe she did, maybe she didn't, but I don't remember. I wasn't involved.
Okay.
So anyway, but no, I would like lay there and she would like guide you through like this meditation. And she would be like, you know, you're walking on this path, and on this path, it's like you're going to come up to water. And when you look into the water, what do you see? And it's like most likely going to be one of like the biggest traumas to you. And it was like hitting it out of the way. Now you're going to keep going on the path, and you're going to go and you're going to see 3 doors. And this door is this door is this, this door is this. And like you keep going through this path. And I did it multiple times. And like it was crazy. And honestly, one of the most therapeutic things I've ever done for myself. And I know that it sounds quite literally insane, but like the way that I felt after that was like the most euphoric feeling I've ever felt leaving. And I was like, I had more clarity, I had more peace about certain things. So like I kind of get it. But no, I think that it does take a special type of person to like be open to it, because honestly, I think what it comes down to, if you do it for porn, if you do it for healing, if you do it for anything, it's like
you can't go in there like having your walls up.
Yes, you have to be open-minded to it, because like the whole time you're sitting there saying like, this is stupid, this is dumb. Of course it's stupid. Of course it's dumb.
Yeah, which like I did at the beginning of the thing. I was kind of like, oh, this is cringy. Like, and then when you said like the breathe through your pussy thing, I was like, bro, what? Like that made me laugh a bit. And then I was like, okay, just
enjoy.
Just fucking
go on the ride.
Pretend you're not cringed out right now. Just fucking, you've dealt with way cringier shit that men have told you in real life. Just
enjoy the ride.
See what happens.
Yeah, no, definitely.
It was intense.
I want to try it.
It was weird, and at the end, like after it was over, I definitely felt strange. Like almost like like I don't know, like you know how you feel after porn where you're like, ugh, I feel kind of gross. It was like kind of like that, but also not, because I didn't feel bad for anybody involved, but I just felt weird that like, I don't know what this guy looks like. He could be some creepo like in his mom's basement. And I think that's like after the fact I started thinking about it, and like it just kind of weirded me out.
So I mean, that's one thing about porn though. I just don't think you can think that hard.
Yeah.
You have to take it for what it is. You literally, it is this. I got this from it.
Yeah.
And we move on. The more you think, the worse it gets.
Yeah.
You just gotta, we had a transaction here, and that's it. But I mean, I think that's interesting. And I feel like a lot of people that might help them, because I will say, like, I've definitely done like porn like readings or like erotic like readings and stuff that like a person is like like telling a story, or like there is two characters and they're like playing it out through like whatever. And like I definitely think that it's like a different type of way, but I also think it's hot. Like,
but it was just weird because he was talking to you. There was no storytelling. This is what I'm doing.
No. I'm saying
body.
like I've done those other things, and I think for like our listeners, it might be good to like realize that option is out there if like porn does make you uncomfortable.
Yeah,
and, like, you aren't sure.
This will definitely make you uncomfortable.
No. Maybe don't start with that, but I'm just saying like there is other options.
But let me just say what it was called, because I did write down the name of the show if you want to check it out. Because I will say, crazy.
Where'd you find it at?
Apple Podcasts.
Okay.
Crazy orgasm is just weird, but also like strange ass experience. Do not do this under the influence, because
do not do this at home.
No, just like don't do it under the influence, because I think you really will think you're like having like a trip or something, just with the weird noises in the background. And then at some point he like started using like a vibrator noise in the background, because he started talking about like using a vibrator on you. And then it was like you could start hearing a girl moan, but then it would still be like him whispering like chants over and over and over, because it was like hypnotizing.
Well, yeah, because it's like also mental. Like,
it was so weird.
To be fair, also like a female's orgasm is extremely mental, so it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, but also I came way before the climax of the thing, and so then I like tried to, and then
you're just like laying there like awkward.
No, it was, so then I just like kept doing more stuff, because I was like, I feel weird just like turning it off like right now,
because we're in the middle of the show.
Yeah, it was only like, I don't know, 15 minutes into listening to this thing.
I hate when that happens.
And then it's like there's still like 20 minutes left. I was like, fuck, I guess I just keep going. I don't know. But it's called Erotic Hypnotist for Women from Wild in Bed, but Wild is spelled WYLDE.
Cute.
Strangest thing. There's only 5 episodes. It has horrible reviews, but it made me come, so.
So let us know.
Yeah, take my word for it or don't.
I love it.
That guy's voice was creepy, but at the same time kind of hot. I don't know.
Interesting. I kind of want to try.
Anyways, that was one of the things I wanted to tell you about.
Do you have another?
The other thing has nothing to do with sex or porn. So if you have something,
no, I don't have anything to do with sex or porn.
Okay. The only other thing that I have to talk about is because today I was going for a run, and oftentimes when I run, it doesn't matter the time of day, it doesn't matter the day of the week. At some point, some random man is gonna yell something at me or like try to talk to me or something, if there's one in the premises. And today this guy was like trying to get my attention like as I was running, and I'm just like, first of all, like I'm on like a secluded fucking trail. Like there's a river on one side of me and then like a construction site on the other. So this is not like an active thing where people are coming around like to witness something happening. So I'm like, I'm not stopping to talk to you. I don't know who you are. And so I kind of was just like, gave him a smile. And then he was like, hey. And then he was like trying to talk to me. And I was just like, oh my God. So then I like pulled my headphone out. I was like, hey, sorry. Like what do you need? And he was like, well, I just wanted to talk to you for a bit. And I was go, no. And I put my headphone in, and then I just started like running away. And then he goes, okay, you fucking bitch. Never mind. And this is what I'm so sick of, like women having to be nice to men for no reason,
but like
solely because we're afraid of like being fucking something like this happening.
But also, you were like clearly doing something. Like,
right.
Had you been sitting there like staring at the birds, like I could understand. I don't understand it. I'm gonna take that back. Step it back. I don't understand, because leave me the fuck alone. I didn't ask to talk to you. But if he interrupted that time where you're like legitimately doing nothing, it's kind of like, okay, but like to you, like you're running.
Yeah. Like, and it was just like one of those things that like, and I was talking to one of my like really good friends about this the other day, because she takes like public transit all the time. She takes the train, and she's like, it's constant interactions with men where it's like I'm forced to be nice to random people that I don't know, that I shouldn't have to be nice to, because I'm afraid they will literally like either assault me or like verbally assault me. And the other day it happened to her. Like she was like, this guy was just being fucking creepy and like staring at her boobs and like trying to talk to her, and she basically was just like shut it down, like, hey, not interested, like I have a boyfriend, like whatever. And then he was like, okay, you were ugly anyways, you fat bitch.
No.
And it's just like one of those things where it's like, I'm so tired of guys claiming that like women don't like nice men and like blah blah blah, the nice guy finishes last, and it's like, no, they don't. You're just not an actual nice person.
No, because also, yeah, like my thing is if you would you stop a man to say those things?
No. And that's the thing, like, why is me existing enough reason for you to come up to me and talk to me?
No.
Like, there should be no reason unless you are like dying or you need assistance or whatever. Interrupt me.
Yeah.
If you are on death's door and you need fucking me to call the police, please interrupt me.
Right.
But you just wanted to chit chat?
No. As I'm legitimately like running,
and
I'm
we're
doing
on
something.
a fucking running trail.
You see
what
that,
are
like,
you doing?
You see that I'm exercising.
Exactly. And also,
that is not the time
I'm
to stop
a
a stranger.
woman by myself on a fucking secluded ass trail, and you think I'm stopping to talk to you? No. Like, you're the one fucking being weird and being creepy.
You're the bitch, actually.
Exactly. Like, you're the rude one. And then because I didn't give him the fucking time of day, he calls me a bitch.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
Got him.
But like, also, shit. Like, if that's what it is to be a bitch,
then sure. I am
then
one.
I'm a fucking bitch.
Then I'm a raging cunt.
Exactly. Because like, what the fuck? But no. I don't know. I've just realized now that, like, I will be nice to any woman ever. I will be nice to you. But a man, I don't owe you shit. Like, what the fuck? But it's this fear that women have of the retaliation. That is why we're overly nice to men all the time, because we literally have to assume the worst out of men all the time, and it sucks.
Yeah, I just don't.
Like, I shouldn't have to be afraid of you.
The worst part is, like, I've gotten to the point where it's like, I just don't even look.
No.
Like, you just gotta dead stare straight and just, like, keep it fucking moving.
And the thing is, like, you could be the kindest, most wonderful man on the fucking planet, but because so many aren't, and so many are fucking weird and creepy, I just don't even. Exactly. I keep my eyes down, I keep my head low, and I move the fuck on.
Like, but, like, just know your time and place. Like, this isn't a bar. Like, if we're at the bar, like, you can you expect it, right? Like, that's an environment where, like, you're supposed to go meet and talk to people that, like, you don't know, or, like, you're grabbing a drink.
And there's other people around, right. So it's like, it's less fucking
You're grabbing
weird.
a drink. He's grabbing a drink. He saw you from across the bar. Like, that happens every day. It's every Hallmark movie, right?
Right.
But, like, and that I can accept a little bit more. But what I can't accept is that I'm exercising, and you're in, like, on a running trail, minding my own business. I'm at the grocery store, minding my own business. I am pumping my own fucking gas, minding my own business, and you have the audacity to come up and say something to me? Like, leave me the fuck alone.
No. And then they get mad because it's like, we didn't give them the time of day.
They're not mad. Their ego just got fucking ripped to shreds, and that's what they can't take, because men do not know how to take an ego blow at all.
Rejection.
No. That, like,
because also they've never had to deal with rejection. Whereas, like, women, we deal with rejection all the time because the world's not made for us.
If their ego gets checked in the slightest, they do not know how to handle life. And that's the issue. That's the issue. Like,
it was just one of those things that's like, I've experienced a lot picking up running, like, just dealing with creepy fucking people, because like, when you go on a fucking 5, 7, 13 mile run, like, you have to, at some point you're gonna have to run into kind of like sketchy or weird, or I don't know, areas that
you're
maybe
in a city, so you're passing
exactly
through.
So like, you run into a lot of people, but like, this was like the first time in a while that somebody who has like legitimately like gotten in my way, forced me to stop, basically.
That's disgusting.
And then like yelled at me because I was like, didn't want to entertain.
No, you need to get yourself a taser. Get yourself a taser.
I have a taser, but they're too big. Like, I need like a little mini one.
I was like, I have like a stick. Mine looks like a pen, and no, you need to get like a pen or something that you can like, so like on your belt you can have it there, and just like whip it off.
And like, I totally get that, but honestly, like, it's just so. It sucks so bad that that's something we have to worry about.
No, I know. Because
like,
I carry one in my purse.
Right. Like, they don't make self-defense tools for men.
Like
everyday hidden objects.
Mine is pink and in my purse. Like, I can't say 24/7, but a lot of times.
Yeah. It's just
if I leave my house and I know I'm going to come back in the dark, like, even just like walking into my house, I have it. Because I'm just like, you just don't know.
Yeah. It's just like, it's like a shitty world we live in. And then I think a lot of men actually 99% of men don't understand like why women say the whole like it's all men thing, but it's like because we have to assume it's all men in order to like protect ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, if I walked up to this guy and assumed he was a nice guy and then he fucking beat the shit out of me or like, I don't know, assaulted me or whatever.
I mean,
like
people thought that Jeffrey Dahmer looked like a nice guy.
Exactly. Like, okay, like you're a nice guy. I don't know that. I don't know you. I don't know your name. I don't know who you are. You just came up to me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna assume you're weird because a normal quote nice person wouldn't fucking do that.
Yeah, and also in the manner you do it is like
totally.
It's just, you know, your demeanor, the way you come up, what you say. Yeah. It just all goes together. Okay, so on the flip side of this, we didn't really start the episode this way, but we did have a listener write in, and that's something we talked about. So I had a listener write to me and talk about how her and her friend group are like always talking and like debating about like workplace romances. Like, should you date your coworkers? Shouldn't you date your coworkers? And Emily and I already kind of like discussed this and like briefed this before. Yeah. And we kind of wanted to expand it to like just
it depends.
Yeah. Well, and also like not just in the workplace.
Yeah.
Like, do you go to church?
Mm-hmm.
That's included. Is it the gym you go to? Is it the team that you're on?
Are you still in school and it's somebody in your class?
Yeah. Like, is it like the chess team you play on weekends? Do you play volleyball with them on a Wednesday night? Like, yeah, all of those things, right? It's kind of what we wanted to extend it to, not just coworkers, but like short answer is it depends. We both agree it depends.
Yeah.
Long answer is I think yes, Emily thinks no.
Yeah.
So now let's get into the long answers. For me, I will say, like, people like say, like, I don't like the shit where I eat. Like, I have shat where I ate so many times. And that's why I don't think it's a problem, because maybe I haven't learned my lesson. Maybe
how many of these people are you still dating?
0. But I was still on the swim teams with them. Yeah. And like, only one of them, it was like bad and weird because he was also just a bad person. Yeah. But after that, it was completely fine. Like, I think it generally takes a certain personality and like also what stage of life were you in. Like, at that time, like, I was in high school too. I'm not looking to get married to you. Right. Like, what's the mentality that you have behind it? Also, I knew I'd be moving on from that swim team at some point. Yeah. Where I think a job is a little bit more like.
I think the thing about a job, like, let's put it in context of, okay, we're 25 years old. We're at an entry-level position in our jobs right now. You have to be careful with who you date. And I say this mainly because as women, we're already being judged so much harder than any man with the same role as you, who's underneath you. Doesn't matter. Like, you are going to be... You have more stipulations on you already just being a woman in any job, but specifically like me and Kellen both work in very male-dominated industries. So like there's a lot more expected of you, like, because there's so little women in our industry. So I think it really depends. And specifically like because we're both quote entry level, lower on the totem pole, like I wouldn't recommend dating somebody above you. Or anybody who has like a higher status than you, especially as a girl, because the immediate assumption, if you get a promotion, if you get a raise, if you get your territory expanded and somebody else doesn't, is you slept your way to get there.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate and it's probably not true, but like that's going to be the like cross that you have to bear because you're a woman, and no one will ever think that about a guy. Yeah. But like that's where I find it like very like you have to be so careful, like just as a girl.
No, yeah, I totally agree. I personally don't think, I can't say for sure because I feel like it's all like scenario based as well. Like, right. If you're in my direct department, are you sharing a cubicle?
Do I have to work with you every day?
Yeah, like no, because I think in my brain instantly you're friend zoned. Like if we are working that closely together that like in like more of a suffocating environment that like I would not be able to get away from you on a bad day, and a day we had an argument, and a day like whatever.
Or something at work goes bad.
Yeah.
And like now because we're dating and maybe we like go on a date after work, it's like now we have to bring that into our relationship.
Right. We're
it's hard.
Exactly. I think that like if you are directly in my like group at work, I think that those coworkers automatically are friends.
Yeah, just off limits.
Now, if like Toby across the hall in the same business at the same level as you, y'all flirt when you go get coffee and it turns into something. Okay.
Right.
All right. Like, go for it. Try it.
Right.
You don't have to see, now you know when he gets his coffee, wait 5 minutes.
Right.
Like there's kind of the difference there.
You're not like, quote, ruining your day.
And when you see each other at that point, like you're in different departments, you're going out of your way to see each other in the different departments. So it's like, yeah, he can definitely be hot. You can definitely go get drinks with him. I mean, I don't necessarily condone sleeping with them unless you're like actually going to date them, because that makes it just like, that goes from 0 to 100.
Yeah, especially like I said, being a woman in a job, and guys fucking talk.
Right. So it's like, unless you know you're going to date them or you already are dating them, I would kind of steer clear from sleeping with them, because that's when it like to Emily's point, kind of sleeping your way to the top, men talk, like all that kind of thing.
And it sucks and it shouldn't matter, and you should be able to fuck whoever you want, but
it's true.
Because of the corporate America, it's just like kind of fucked.
It's life. It is what it is. So yeah, I would definitely say like no if it's like directly in your like group or right in like the same people you have to interact with day to day. But if he's an accountant across the hall,
right,
hit Toby up.
Yeah,
let's go get margaritas.
Also, like I think realistically, and like me and Kellen were talking about this the other day when she first like floated this idea around, and it's just like we're at a weird place in life where it's like it's not like college where you just get introduced to your friend's brother's cousin who's in the same fraternity that your dad was in 1970. Like things like that don't happen often. Yeah. So like the people that you are going to meet at this stage in life are probably people that you already know, or are people that frequent and do the same things that you do, because there isn't these like giant opportunities to just mingle with people. Right. And unless you're out and somehow you run into somebody, and I don't know, but that's very few and far between. Yeah, no, honestly, there is a statistic that like the way you meet people, or even like the way people like cheat on their spouses, is a place that they go often. Most likely if like you it's like front of mind, it's just easy, it's convenient,
and like you also are starting to do like you both have something in common, whether it's going to that coffee shop, whether it's going to that gym, whether it's going to that place of work, or whatever it is. You both do canned food charity on the weekends together. Like you already have a common thing, and that is what will always keep you together as a couple if it evolves, right? Because like that's just kind of how relationships work. Right. And that's why they always say, like, there's a ton of statistics about like going to the same place over and over and over again. You're eventually going to make a friend. Yeah. You're eventually going to meet somebody of interest. You're eventually going to like, it's going to just keep evolving from there. So like, yeah, to Emily's point, like we already said, like constantly going to the same place. That's how you're going to meet people at our age. At 25 years old, you're not meeting them at the bar. Yeah. That's a hookup. Right. That's it.
And if you do meet somebody at the bar, like it's probably through a mutual friend already, which probably has some sort of connection. Like,
right. It's not just some random.
And let's be honest, like as much as we love to give dating apps credit, and like I will say, I know a lot of people who met on dating apps who are like married now. Yeah. But for as many people as I know who met on dating apps and are married, I know 27 times the people who it never worked out. Yes. Okay. So that's not the most like ideal way, even though they're strangers, even though like whatever, and like that might seem great, like realistically, like it's probably gonna not work out in the end.
Yes. No, I exactly. I know a lot of people, who are married or dated or have whatever, but it's a really fast like up, and it's a really fast down on dating apps, in my opinion, in my experience. Yeah, is like as quick as we go on a date is as quick as we're done going on dates. Like, so yeah, I mean, definitely I think it's like a really long-winded answer, and to the girl who said it, she is on Emily's side where she doesn't think that like you should, and she has friends that think that you can. I just really think that it depends, and I think you have to play it smart, and like also you have to have the personality for it. Like Emily and I were already talking, like genuinely, I think that would make Emily feel very uncomfortable.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to go to work anymore.
It doesn't matter if he's 3 departments down the hall. Yeah. Emily wouldn't feel comfortable, and that's okay.
Yeah.
But she knows that about herself, so she already knows that like that's not a place that like she can do that in.
Yeah.
Personally, to me, I think if you're 3 departments down and we had a thing, whatever, I don't really care. I can keep moving on.
Right.
I mean, you might make it weird. The guy might make it weird, but at least for myself,
yeah,
like I'll be cool because it's just like, that's just how I am.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the other person might not also be as chill as you could be, but I think you know yourself as well and know like what you're willing. Like you have to also understand if it falls through, that place you enjoy going to, the place of work, the place you make your money at, the place you hang out on a Friday night might be ruined.
Yeah.
That's just
and I think that's where it's like for me it's not worth it because like I don't know, especially work. Like I work for a small company, so that'd just be weird anyways. Like
I work with like 6-year-old men, so that'd be weird anyway.
Yeah. Well, what do you think then? Like if on the like shitting where you eat thing, like what do you think about like dating your friends? Because I think me and one of my best friends talked about this the other day because she and her boyfriend, they either met like through a mutual friend or like they had matched on a dating app or something, but then like they had a connection through like another person and like that's how they like met.
Okay.
But they were not friends with each other. And she is like, this relationship is so much better than all of my other ones because it's like I wasn't his like bestie before.
Yes.
And like she was saying how like in previous relationships when she has dated her friends or whatever, it's almost like hard to have that distinction between like romantic partners and like friends.
Yeah.
And she's like, this feels like the most like mature, secure relationship that I've ever been in, and it's weird because it's not with somebody who was my friend prior. So like what do you think about that? Because I have dated my best friends before and it never worked out.
Okay, so I can't say that I dated my best friend, but me and my one guy friend was always like flirty. We were always like, we weren't dating each other, but at the same time, like we went on dates all the time. We hung out all the time. Like
you're like classic 20s dating.
It was always a situationship. But the thing is about the reason, him being a man, he would have fucked me right on spot.
Right.
Me being a girl, I was like, no, this is going to ruin our friendship. And it did.
Yeah.
And I was friends with him since literally we went to preschool together. So it sucks because like we are not friends to this day. Like when we speak to each other, it's very awkward. If we go home and we're at the same bar together, like we still have the same like friends from home and it's weird. Like, but I don't know. I think if they were your best friend before, it takes a special person, and kudos to you if you were able to go from best friends to lovers.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it works.
Yeah. I was best friends with this guy and like, it was one of those situations where like initially like I was never attracted to him, but all of my friends were like, come on, give him a chance. Like he's obsessed with you. He loves you and blah, blah. I'm like, I love him, but like I'm not
the same
in love with him.
Yeah.
And so then I ended up dating him and we dated for like a couple of years and like it was fine. It was great. Everybody loved it.
But you
everybody else loved it.
But you have like a weird still like friend banter in the background.
Totally. Like I felt like the relationship, like although we were intimate with one another and we like had sex and like kissed and whatever, it was still at the end of the day it was still like you're my best friend.
It was like it was like friendship.
It was just weird, like even the way like we joked around with each other. Then after the fact, like it sucked because like we broke up and like it was a really hard breakup because it was like this is the end of a friendship.
Yes, so that's how it was with him too, because it was like, now this was a very like unique case because like he was going to the military and there was like a whole bunch of like, you know, whatever. But like it wasn't just like that happened and then it was the end of a friendship. Like we are no longer friends now, and like that hurts more because I like lost my best friend.
That's why I was more sad like at the end of the relationship because it was like my friend's gone. Like I'm not friends with him anymore.
The other part of it I think is that like you know too much.
So like
so like a girl to
and
guy,
I know more about like his previous relationships and like his previous girlfriends and like his previous hookups than like
and
I
how
ever
he treated them, how he didn't treat them,
like
how they felt about them, like the crazy things that he did, the crazy things that he said, like everything.
Yeah,
you
like
know the nitty gritty.
Like a guy you're dating, you would never really need to know, or like you would never ask.
No, because this is the thing. I say this because because that's how me and this guy were. Like, I knew about every girl he was having sex with, how they sucked his dick, like where, when, what, everything. Like, I knew it all. So also to me, it was a lot more intimidating to be with him because I knew of every other bitch that's been under the sun. So it's like, I know too much about you.
Yeah.
To like then cross that line with you is like, in my brain, really fucking weird because
exactly.
Yeah. Like you said,
I was like your bro.
Like, I want to know like the 16 girls you fucked in the past year.
Yeah.
I don't want to know it, even if we're dating now.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't like. I understand that you had girls in your past, but we're gonna leave them there.
Right, exactly.
But now that I know the girls that you fucked, and then we see them out when we're together, and it's
and you're still like really friendly with them because that was like with this guy, like it was always weird because it was like I knew he hooked up with these people, and we'd go out, and like the girls still saw me as the best friend. Mm-hmm. Like even though I was the girlfriend, and even though they knew I was the girlfriend, it was like they still didn't see me as the girlfriend, and nobody saw me as the girlfriend. Like I was always like, oh, it's Emily and blah, 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 because they're besties, not because they're boyfriend and girlfriend. Like, it was just, like, strange.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. And I think that, like, maybe you can date your best friend, but also I'm thinking in my head, like, I don't know if I would ever want to do that again.
No, I really don't think at this point, like.
But also, I don't really have any guy friends anymore.
Yeah.
That I'm, like, deep with.
I was about to say that. I mean, like, the one that I have is gay, so.
Yeah, that's never gonna happen.
Yeah, like he is like a girlfriend to me.
Yeah.
Like legit, like it's not the same. But no, I don't have like guy friends of that manner. Like if at this point, like.
Yeah, and my only other guy friend that I had who was like we were like actual best friends, like so close before I knew this other guy. He fucking told me he loved me like 12 different times, and every time made it fucking weird because like we had never even like hugged each other. Like it was just strange, and he was like
guy friends like that
and
too.
then like would tell me that like I was always, this kind of goes back to the nice guy thing, because he was like, you're always picking the bad guy, you're always picking the wrong guy, like you should pick me, and because I would never do this. I'm like, you're being mean to me right now. You're not nice, you're not as nice as you think you are. I love you as a friend, but like I'm not in love with you, and you're not in love with me because you've never known me on that level.
No,
like you just think it's cool that you have a girl who's your best friend, and like now you want to have sex with her.
No, I have guy friends that like I know would have fucked me, especially like in college. I know would have done all that, and we wouldn't be friends to this day, but like I'm happy that we didn't, because like I still have you as a friend, and like the love and support that we have for each other now, like we're in completely different stages of our lives, but like I'm so happy for him.
But like
He's
it takes
so
that like
me,
one
like,
hookup or whatever to like ruin it,
to just end it.
Yeah,
for sure. I definitely think that like that's a whole weird dynamic. Again, it's, I mean, dating your friends, dating your coworkers, dating the people just that you see on a day-to-day basis. That's a weird thing, but also again, how do you meet people? So I don't think there's like a good answer for it.
Yeah, and also like I'm not a great person to ask about this because like I'm not actively trying to date anybody right now. So like I wouldn't even look at my coworkers like that if I wanted to, because I just don't want to date anybody right now.
So it's just, it is what it is. And like, I mean, if a guy sparks your interest.
Yeah, actually I will say one thing: don't date or sleep with people that live in the same apartment complex as you.
Oh, yeah.
Because I did that at my last apartment complex. Bitch, I couldn't go to the gym without running into that hoe every single time.
Yeah,
and it was so awkward. And we both pretended like we didn't know who each other was.
No, so listen to this. So my friend.
And he was like 33.
My friend who lives in the nation, so he has hooked up with, so he was on Grindr. And if you know anything about Grindr, it literally pinpoints the exact place that you were at while you're using your phone. Like,
I would literally be terrified of that.
It's scary.
That's such a man's app, though.
So no, and it's only
like,
for men.
Exactly. Like we would never want that.
No, please. I don't want you to know where I am. I'm actually fake location.
I don't even tell people I live in the city I live in. I say I live somewhere else.
You can see that they're in your like apartment complex. Like what side of the because you can like zoom in like you're on Google Maps, like building wise. Like so
it like has
creepy.
Your geolocation.
Literally, it's freaky.
No.
So anyway, I don't know. Maybe that's an upgrade. I don't fucking know. I'm just in here for the ride.
Yeah.
But anyway,
that's just the premium version.
He is paid. He has paid. He has not paid anybody to go have sex with him. But he has hooked up
just to clarify,
so many men in his apartment complex. Literally one last week was just telling me about it yesterday. But the first guy, when he first moved in, he met this one guy. He lives 2 floors above him. And they like it was like a fake relationship, as most gay relationships are. Like they're like quick-witted, like, but it's like a whole relationship in about 2 weeks, right?
Okay.
Like they've done everything together in 2 weeks.
Right.
I don't know how it happens, but just like being friends with him now for quite some time, they're wild.
Yeah.
So anyway, this happens with this guy and doesn't work out naturally. Now he sees him all the time. They both renew their leases. Now they're seeing each other again. This guy ends up getting a boyfriend, and they will sit there and stare at him as he walks by. He's like, bro, I'm just walking into my apartment. And they make it so uncomfortable for him. I've been at his apartment and we're sitting outside talking because I'm like just about to get my car to go.
Yeah.
And like there's a staircase that has glass so you can see outside, and they will stand there and watch us talk to each other.
So
and
awkward.
be fucking weirdos.
Yeah.
But all because that they had sex. Well, he didn't even have sex with them. That's even the craziest part. He actually didn't have sex with the man. Because you know what? This is weird. So since they lived in the same apartment complex, they didn't really like sleep at each other's houses. They would just like be there like really late at night and then part ways. But the one night he did sleep there. Now my friend has a really weird thing where he doesn't let anybody, including himself, sleep under the covers. You just sleep with a blanket on. Like you sleep on top of the comforter.
Weird. That's really strange.
Fully made bed. You can't sleep on the comforter. Also, the pillows cannot touch the ground. So
weird
thing. But anyway, this guy got into his bed. Fine, it is what it is. And slept with a quarter zip on.
Oh, that is so weird. That's like people who sleep with their socks on.
Like
what?
I
don't trust you. What are you doing?
Slept with his quarter zip on and then never tried to talk to him again.
Oh, the guy who lived in the same building as him?
Hmm?
Weird. Also, I'm just now remembering I dated a guy for like literally 2 years who lived in my apartment building. I blacked that out in my memory because this was like the most toxic relationship of my life, and it like sent me in therapy and like crazy depression for years. But like I just remembered like we lived in the same complex, and then after we broke up, because like the breakup was so bad. It was fucking weird because then when I would have other guys over, I would run into him almost every time. And the room that I was in was on the first floor, and it faced the pool. And on the other side of the pool was like the lobby area where they had like a pool table. So people would like pregame, because this was like in college. So like people would like pregame out there, and you could see directly into my apartment. So when we were pregaming in my apartment, you could see into there, and he would go and he'd play pool with his friends and just stare like at our apartment room, like being fucking weird. So yeah, do not date people who live in your apartment complex, because like the guy I hooked up with like at my last place, like yeah, I shouldn't have done that, but also it was like we just fucked. Like I don't even remember his name, so it's
like fine.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But yeah, the other guy, that was bad.
Yeah. So long-winded answer for you, honey. We don't got one. But I mean, yeah. Quick answers. Emily, no. Me, yes.
Yeah.
And that's it. But remember to be a part of our giveaway, guys, if you want the necklace. So with that, you're going to go to this week's episode, so the one you just listened to.
Yeah.
On our YouTube channel.
Or you're on our YouTube channel right now.
Welcome.
This one.
You're going to subscribe, screenshot, send a picture to our Instagram so we know that you're subscribed, and you're going to comment on our YouTube video.
Yeah, on this video.
And that is how you enter to win the 97 necklace.
And it's up until February 1st.
Get it? Don't get it twisted, bitches.
Yeah, so don't comment after that. And don't, or you can keep commenting, but just don't send us the DM.
Yeah, love ya. Love ya. But anyway, that is it for another episode of Society 97. I am Kellen Redk. You can find me at Kellen Redk on Instagram.
And I'm Emily Starnes. You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Starnesy. Don't forget to follow the podcast on Instagram as well. We're at society97.pod. That's where you're going to send your DMs. We are also on TikTok at Society97pod, where if you're not on the YouTube and you still want a video, check us out there. You can see clips of this, but also go to the YouTube.
And as we mentioned for the third time, our YouTube channel,
yeah.
Society97, we do vlogs and the guy videos alternating Tuesdays, and then we do the video version of the podcast every single Friday. So make sure you subscribe, turn on post notifications, and check us out there. And that is it. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.